Hello everybody and welcome to my very messy bedroom. We're going to do a few knots tonight, and the challenge for you will be is to complete these knots. If they're done by a beaver, a cub or a scout, you will get additional points. If they're done as a family, we will give you bonus family points. You can knot with whatever you like. I've got a piece of, that's actually a shoelace. I pinched it out with one of my hiking boots. And I've also got a piece of rope. Now, this rope's quite thick, so some of the knots I'll show you are better using the thin rope. But whatever you've got, you use. Now, on Tuesday at Beavers, we did a reef knot. And my bits of rope are red and green, just to help, and it might actually help you follow how to do the knots. Now, I will apologise if I get lost and say my left's my right, my right's my left, because what I'm doing is I am filming on the camera, which is here, but I am watching you on the screen, which is here. So I don't have good left and right at the best of times, so bear with me. So our reef knot. Make sure you give yourself plenty to work with. You can't tie a knot with this bit of string. So you take your left one, put the left one over the right one. We're going to make an X. And you tuck your left one underneath and make a pair of rabbit's ears. You then take the right one and tuck them underneath, and that makes your reef knot. Now it's the red one, so if I do them coloured, that might help you. It's the same piece of rope as doing all of the work. So red, left, over the green one, which is my right, tuck the left bit underneath to make a pair of rabbit's ears. This is the red one. So this is the one we did the turn with first, and we're going back across the other one and tucking him underneath. And that's our reef knot. Now to test it, if it slides like this, you have done a reef knot. And what happens if you do it the wrong way round? So if you do left over right and under, and then left over right and under, you get a knot that doesn't slide, doesn't do anything. And as they say, it's a granny knot. Don't know why, because grannies tie good knots. So last time, left over right and under, right over left and under. That is your reef knot. Now we've got space on the desk. I'll just move my shoelace over there. We'll do a figure of 8. This is the other one we learned at Beavers. But don't worry, if you can't remember it, it was nice and easy. So you had your piece of rope, and you do it straight up and down. Don't cross it, nice and straight. Like that, straight. So then you take your long piece and you go round the alien's head. This is the alien's head. You go round his neck and poke him in the eye. And that gives you a figure of 8. Do that again. We have our alien's head. With a long piece of the rope, you go round its neck, through its eye. Because we're very gruesome at Beavers and cubs and scouts. If you want to make a double figure of 8, the easiest and quickest way is to put your 2 pieces of rope together. Then all you do is you do a loop round his neck exactly the same way and up through his eye. And there is your figure of 8, a double figure of 8. Do him again. 2 bits of rope instead of 1. You make your loop and you go round his neck and up through his eye. There we are. One nice double figure of 8. You can do a single one and then thread your loop through again. I know Dave teaches the Scouts that way. This is just a very lazy way, and I like that way. Now, if I have 2 pieces of rope that I need to join together, so I want to join my thick bit with my thin bit. It's no good doing a reef knot, because what will happen with that, it just pulls to pieces. So how am I going to join my thick piece to my thin piece? Well, I am going to go up, round, trying to do this so you can see me, but I'm not going to go down. I'm going to go under, make a cross here. Then I'm going to pull my 2 bits together and pull it really hard. And what you do is you are pulling this piece against this piece. So the harder you pull, the tighter that becomes. Now I will give bonus points for anyone that can complete this knot and tell me what it's called. I'll do that one again for you. So remember, bonus points if you complete this knot and tell me what it's called. Up, round, and then under itself, not up through the big rope, under the little rope. Pull the 2 pieces together, supersonic hard, and it will, the harder you pull that, I'm not keeping it hard enough, the 2 pieces will not come to part. Isn't it? But you have to keep the tension on it. The second you take the tension off this, it then becomes loose and it is done. So another one for camping, not camping, climbing even. My goodness, I haven't got my head into gear, is our bowline. Now, we all do this at climbing, no problem. And what you do is you make a 6. That's a 6. Might look like a D in the video, because remember the video's backwards. So you then, better give myself a bit more rope. It's no good having a little bit of rope. You go up the rabbit hole, round the tree, and down the rabbit hole. And you pull those 2 pieces together, and that makes a bowline. And what you're aiming for is this loop here, because this knot doesn't slip. So when you're climbing, this makes a nice secure knot that doesn't, if you've got this round you, cut you in half. So give myself a bigger loop. I sometimes get the Scouts to practice this tap, put around the middle. So you have your 6, nice 6, and you go up the rabbit hole, round the tree, down the rabbit hole, and pull them. And that is your bowline, all supersonic. So what I need to get now is the chair. So bear with me a second, because we're going to do a clove hitch. Now I'll show you how to do it 2 different ways. If you have, oh, come here, chair. Try and make sure we don't drop it on the floor. I'll just lift it up slightly so you see even more mess in my bedroom. Never mind. So we have got some poles here and we need to start some lashings. So the first you do this clove hitch, which is going to secure the rope. Now, you could just tie it like that, but it would just slip off. So you do a loop and a loop. So your loops are done the same way, and you've made a pair of glasses. So do that glasses again, over the top, so it's gone from the left to the right, and again from the left to the right. And because you folded them that way, you put your right one behind that one. They then slip on like this, you pull it tight, and that gives you, if I turn that round ever so slightly, if I can, gotta have good muscles to be a scout leader. There you are, one clove hitch. And we use this an awful lot for lashing, and especially when we're doing pioneering. It's a great starter because it doesn't move. And again, if I can do it carefully, the more you pull on this, the tighter this becomes on itself. So you see, it's got a cross and a cross and a cross. The other way you can do this is, let's stand this chair up if I can. Now, I've got a piece of wood, and I do my glasses, and I go, oh, nothing to slip it onto. So you need to tie it without the glasses method. So you go round. Now I always do this backwards, and you make a cross. See how you've got a cross at the front? Then you go back over and tuck it under. So you have tightened it on itself. And again, it won't move. So we'll do this again. I'm doing this backwards, remember? Very complicated when you do it backwards. Round, across, round. Don't tuck it under this one because you're just tucking it under itself. Tuck it under the one that's underneath it. And there you go. And what happens is this one pulls tight onto this one. And it doesn't go anywhere. And then it's ready for you to start your lashings. While we've got the chair up, I'll show you a one for pulling great big logs, or possibly you could do your hammock with it. But this needs to be a thick piece of wood. So because I've got thick rope, thin wood, I'm using my thin rope, so it's a bit proportional. And this is a timber hitch. Now I did it wrong last time and I had to revise it, but I shall see if I can remember it. You're going to go round the tree that you are going to pull. So it's not good just pulling it with a piece of rope, that would be no good. Then what you do is you go over and then under there. You go one, you have to wrap it several times round because obviously you want it like a hitch to pull on itself to make it strong. Then you pull, 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 pull. That goes round. And what you have is you have your loop with your wraps to make it tight. I do it against this leg. I think it's easier against the leg rather than against that one. Because when I'm pulling on that one, the chair's falling round. So round your tree, then you go underneath and over, and that forms your loop, your hitch. Then you go wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, say 3 to 4 times. Obviously, if you've got a big tree, the more wraps you can go, and then pull it. So you have a loop here, and then your wraps around your tree. And again, it's tightening itself against itself. Can you see that there? But as soon as you release the tension on it, you can pull it off. So should we do that again? This is a timber hitch. Over the top and up. That's making your hitch. And then round, round, round. Try to keep it as far away from the chair so you can see. It's got a loop, then the wraps, then just pull. Nice and tight, your timber hitch. Now, oh, dear me, it's nearly tea time, you can tell. So, you are going to now do a round turn and 2 half hitches. Now, I'll apologise now if I get it wrong, because I always do it wrong the first time, and then I go, that's not right. You go under and down, hitch, then and down, hitch. I've left my finger in there so you can actually see the difference in it. This rope's not the best. Do that again. I wonder if it's better with the big rope. I'll try with the big rope, see if I can do it with the big rope. You are going to go under and down to make a turn, then you make a loop and you go over. No, you don't. Under and down. It's always under and down. Yes, it's easier to see with the big. So you've got a nice loop there and a nice loop there. So I'll do that again. It's much easier with the big rope. So you're going, if I do it there, it'll stop sliding. Underneath and down, which is 1 hitch. Make yourself a loop and go underneath and down. And that is a round turn and 2 half hitches. Again, another good knot that we use when we are doing pioneering. Do him again. Round. You could do a complete round, but they're always the same. Under and down, under and down. And I've left a bit more rope, it would have been so much easier. But there you are, 2 nice, neat. Under and down, under and down. 2 half hitches and a turn. Again, the more you pull on that, the better it is. Now, what happens if I have a piece of damaged rope and we need to keep using it, or we've got a piece of rope that's far too long? This one is a sheet bend. So we start, this is too long, so I need to make it shorter. Okay, I need to make it shorter by about that much. It's far too long. I only need that bit of rope. I don't need all of this rope. you make a loop, and you make a loop. Now you do need 3 hands for this. So make sure this piece of rope is towards you, and you pop him inside. Make sure this piece of the rope is towards you, and you pop him inside. And you're going to pull. This is why you need 3 hands, because when you pull on these 2 pieces of rope, it tightens and shortens the rope. So instead of having 2 tables worth, I only have that much. Do that again. And this is your sheet bend. No, it isn't. This is your sheep shank. Dear me. So I'm going to shorten it by this much, and I make a loop, and I make a loop. Remember, I said you need the short end inwards, because if you put it like that and you pull like that, it's just going to come off. Yeah. So you need, when you pick it up, have the short end in, because when you pull it down, it needs to pull against itself and make it shorter. Okay. So do that. We took him in. We took him in. Pull him. And we see, I did that the wrong way around. We pull him. And when we pull him, a bit of wiggly jiggly, we are pulling against ourselves. And as long as we have tension on that rope, we have a short piece of rope. We've used this on, I'm trying to think what we've used it on, guy ropes. Sometimes because they're too long, or if we've had to put guys over the top, extra guys over the top to secure a tent down if it's been very windy and our piece of rope is too long. We can do that because the tension is over the top and the tension's down. It holds, but the second you take the tension off, it's slack. And that is it for our knots. Let me just double check. We've done a reef knot, we did a clove hitch, 2 styles. We've done the one I didn't tell you what its name was, that you have to tell me. We did a bowline, we've done a figure of 8 and a double figure of 8. We've done a round turn, 2 half hitches, and we've done a timber hitch. So that's some knots for you to get going. And as always, when you finish, whatever you're knotting, you hank your rope up to leave it neat and tidy. I shall do the same with my shoelace, just so it's not lying around the house in one long piece, which means my cats get it. So now it's over to you. Get knotting, send them in to us, and as I say, you will get points for each knot for the people who are doing the knots, extra points for all family doing the knots. And you can either post pictures or videos onto Band, onto Facebook, or you can send them to our Scout email, which is ourscoutgroup@gmail.com. That's OUR Scout Group, all one word, no gaps, no dots, no nothing. ourscoutgroup@gmail.com. We hope you enjoy those knots. I apologise for the whistle-stop tour of them. And if you're not sure, just wind it back, have another go. And if you think, Badger, that's not very good, have a look on YouTube. There are plenty of people who are giving you good tutorials, far better than I do, because I tend to rabbit on a bit. But enjoy yourself. As I say, send us your knots, get your points.